Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and today I have some eBay news that is interesting. Although it is about trading cards, technically it also encompasses watches, shoes, and you wonder when is the other shoe going to drop and how is this going to affect the coin and currency market, because there's really not a reason for this not to, for eBay not to do the same thing with coins and currency. So this is very interesting. eBay has announced that they will start anytime a certified card, so like a sports card that's already certified by PSA, if it sells for more than $2,000, it will be sent by the seller to PSA. The point of this is that the PSA will then verify that the authenticity is authentic, right? Who's watching the watchtower, right? So this is very interesting. This tells me a couple things instinctively. One, that there is concern about counterfeit, not just baseball cards, but also counterfeit baseball card holders, and so they want to counter that. It's also interesting to me that people seem to have no end to the want or ability to pay third-party services for things, right? So if this is a little bit like eBay's global shipping policy, which is to say, you sell something, and if it's going overseas, it gets shipped to like Kentucky, right? So basically, when you sell something in a PSA holder over $2,000, and apparently it's automatically the shipping address is going to be to PSA. Now, I'm going to experience this, I think, pretty soon, because I think I may have stumbled across some PSA cards that are that expensive. And we'll see exactly when they start doing this. I don't think that they say when they're going to start doing this. They just say that it was announced. Oh, yep, May 2nd, beginning today. Okay, that's how you announce something, right? Not starting in 3 months. It's like, starting today, we're doing this. Let's roll. All right, so that's going to happen. And it's interesting, they also say that PSA has a specialized team that they have assembled of experts that are outside of their normal grading service that is working on the backlog of cards, which you had to say because there's no way in God's green earth anyone's going to read this if they've had their card out at PSA for 6 months and be happy that all of a sudden every eBay card that sells for over $2,000, every baseball card that sells for over $2,000 on eBay now has to go through PSA's hands also. And they don't mention at all the cost involved, which I find really interesting. And they also don't mention who's paying that cost, right? So when you use eBay's international shipping, the buyer's paying for that. They pay whatever the cost is that eBay determines the cost should be based on the different international shipping costs, and if there's any type of, I lost the word, I was going to say embargo, right? If there's an embargo, maybe it won't get shipped. But anyways, if there's any other value-added tax or anything like that, then eBay is supposed to take care of that. And so I'm going to guess that they're going to go ahead and charge the buyer whatever the extra fee is. And I don't know what that is. If it's $20, it's going to cost something, because now it's got to get shipped twice. So, because I'm going to ship it to PSA, and then PSA is going to have to ship it to the customer, right? So that's a cost. There's a lot of labor involved just in shipping, let alone having somebody look at the holder and make sure that it's real. All right, a few more interesting things on here to get at. Let's see, casual buyers are becoming collectors and investors. Authentication services have never been more important, says Don Block, VP Collectibles, Electronics, and Home at eBay. eBay is the top destination for buying and selling high-value cards and collectibles, and PSA has been a leader in authentication and grading of trading cards for more than 3 decades. With this latest partnership, collectors can feel even more confident in their purchases of graded cards, and eBay continues to set the standard for this category. Well, I would say that for the most part, plenty of things get sold on eBay I don't know if I'd call them the leader of collectibles. I mean, it's like the world's largest yard sale, kind of, right? That I think is more accurate for eBay. But you know, if you really are going to look at the leading sellers of something, well, this is basically like McDonald's claiming their fries are the best, right? Just because you do more volume doesn't mean you're better. It just means you do more volume. Interesting thing, they have a couple of different breakdowns here for some of the percentages of things that have changed, which I thought was really funny because they're talking about just how many cards have traded over the last year. There's a big punchline after this. I got two more things to tell you, but they're showing some of their stats that in the first half of 2021, trading cards, $2 billion worth of transactions on eBay. That's equal to all of 2020. So 2021 had a huge push. An average of 2 trading cards are sold every second on eBay, one of which is a sports card. To date, over 9 million card purchases on and off eBay have been added to customers' collections. More than 1.3 million buyers have used the price guide that they have and some other tools that they have. Top trading cards market growth by categories in the first half of 2021. You know, basketball at 148%, football 200%. So like they've doubled basically. Golf 436%, Marvel 437%, Pokemon 536. I thought Pokemon was going to be the big one. Soccer, now Pokemon already had a big base, and I'm going somewhere with this also. Soccer 852, tennis 1,797%. Well, that's like they sold 2 cards one year, and the next year they sold like 15 or whatever the number has to be. I'm not doing math. But we're the fastest growing business, right? You know, so basketball and football more steady. Pokemon at 5-fold what it was. That's pretty impressive because I always felt like Pokemon was a card collecting. I mean, it's just about card collecting, right? So I always thought that was interesting. All right, but the real interesting, wrap your brain around this concept is, in addition to trading cards, eBay's Authentication Guarantee Services include sneakers that sell for $100 or more. That's a low threshold. Watches at $2,000 or more. Handbags at $500 or more. Certified Collectibles Group will continue to authenticate single ungraded trading cards that sell for over $250. And this partnership with PSA is to bolster the trusted marketplace and yet another enhancement by eBay to improve the experience for collectors in 2021. In 2021, eBay introduced the industry-leading tools, including the price guide and collections and image scan. And later this year, eBay will launch the eBay Vault, a secure storage facility and digital marketplace for trading cards that will foster fractionalization, which my kid's doing math right now, and fractions, what are we talking about here? It will foster fractionalization and allow users to transfer ownership from seller to buyer in the matter of seconds with no need to re-authenticate or ship them anywhere. So for those of you who didn't understand what eBay is doing with this whole fractionalization thing, basically they're combining the physical world and the digital world like this. And this is something that I've thought about before, so it makes sense. It's like a NASDAQ of trading online for physical assets, but the physical assets never trade hands. You just say, I own that. But it's at some storage facility in like Kentucky, Arkansas. I don't know where it's going to be, right? So maybe we should all be fighting. Let's make sure we call our senator or your local council person to make sure we give eBay a huge discount to get the storage facility in your city. Give them all the discounts you can, right? So the point is, though, basically eBay's going to have a storage facility that if you sell something and the guy buys it and they wants it in the vault, it gets shipped to the eBay vault. eBay holds the item. And then the guy, if he wants to sell it, he just puts it onto eBay. eBay sells it for him, but it's still sitting there at eBay, but somebody else owns it. But it's still there at the eBay facility. And yeah, that's a topic in and of itself to consider, and it is something that I've thought about doing before and trying to figure out how people will do it. To me, it's interesting, the intersection between the metaverse and the real universe and collecting, because this is all going to get really muddy in the future. And the future is now, folks. All right, guys, I'm Ben the Coin Geek. Thanks so much for watching. You can click on the owl button to subscribe and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.